of these storms are severe. Take a look at our travel trouble spot right here from Colorado, Nebraska, Kansas, into Iowa and Missouri. We are seeing some very nasty weather here right now. Tornado warnings in northwestern Clay and southwestern Hamilton counties, and also in Phelps County in Nebraska. So take cover immediately if you live in these areas. And watch out for storms not only here, but we could also see some of that to the south, and that could be in the form of strong storms for you. Wet weather, of course, throughout this region. It is just going to be a messy time for folks here. And look out for windy conditions, of course, locally with our storms, but more organized windy weather in the west and especially along the west coast. Into the northeast, things pretty quiet for you through the morning hours in Boston and in New York and Philly. By the afternoon, it's going to be a hot day for you in New York, in Philadelphia, and in Washington, D.C. It looks like you'll all be into the 90s, so get ready for a hot, hot holiday here. In the south, we'll see some scattered showers and storms to start the day around Jackson and into Birmingham and maybe New Orleans too. And throughout the southeast tomorrow, we're expecting scattered showers and storms. Atlanta, Little Rock, New Orleans, and into most of Florida. Of course, not everyone's going to be getting wet weather, but there is that possibility that there will be those scattered showers and storms popping up. Scattered rain through Chicago too, and Minneapolis, St. Paul. And a showery day for you here in Minneapolis, but rain and storms for Chicago and for St. Louis. Now our final stop takes us into the west, where it's going to be quiet up and down the west coast. No real problems for you aside from some of the windy weather. The rain and the snow is going to be inland. Here's what we're expecting by the afternoon. A few showers in Seattle, but nice weather for LA and San Diego. Well, that's it for travel-wise. Stay tuned. We'll have your local forecast and your weekly planner coming up next. Don't go away.
This program was sponsored by Audi and the dashing and daringly beautiful A6.
I will lose myself in the sound of the engine and watch the white lines on the road shoot by me like a million comets.
Bill gave this to me as a birthday present.
Fire's my life. I fought them, I investigated them. Hey guys, this is the drill, come on down.
I'm sick and tired of getting toy fire trucks for Christmas.
I'm Bill Fries, I'm a fire safety specialist with Liberty Mutual Insurance. Tens of thousands of homes are damaged each year in fires. The more we research, the more we learn. The more lives we save.
At Liberty Mutual, we have hundreds of experts helping you live a safer, more secure life. It's insurance in action.
Did I mention my sprinkler head collection?
For more information, visit our website at www.libertymutual.com.
Don't let seasonal allergies keep your child away from a beautiful day. Claritin syrup helps put nature back in its place.
I'm walking on sunshine.
One dose gives kids 24 hours of relief from seasonal allergy symptoms. Claritin syrup is the only once-a-day non-drowsy antihistamine safe for children as young as 6, with a low occurrence of side effects such as nervousness, wheezing, fatigue, and hyperactivity. Take clear control. Talk to your child's doctor about Claritin syrup.
To cover hurricanes like we do at the Weather Channel, you need experience.
You need a team with experience.
Working together, getting it right for you.
The Weather Channel, keeping you ahead of the storm.
Is waiting. Travel first class. RCN. A better choice in internet service. Call 1-800-RING-RCN or sign up online at rcn.com.
Get the help you need to create your own landscape at Rutgers Nursery. Attention do-it-yourselfers, free landscape design. Stop by our beautiful park-like setting with over 8 acres of stock. Pick the plants you like and we'll take care of the rest. Your plants are guaranteed. Once you've been here, you'll always want to come back to our friendly staff at Rutgers Nursery, where you always get the help you need. Route 31 in Ringgoes. Call 1-800-422-6008. That's 1-800-422-6008.
The Weather Channel is brought to you by this cable or satellite provider. Right now, it's your local forecast on the Weather Channel. Coming up, get the forecast for the next 7 days in your weekly planner.
Just wait till the other housewives see how clean my new Zowie powder makes Eddie's britches. Just look, clean as a whistle. Why, I'm never giving up my Zowie powder. No, not ever.
Think again. Powders evolve to liquids. Welcome to the same evolution in plant food. Get easy-to-use Schultz liquids and get a better garden.
Look for Schultz Plant Food at this fine retailer near you.
Well, we've got some changes ahead over the next 7 days, as you might imagine. The weather always changes, but we've got some cool weather headed for the Northeast. Finally, it's not going to come soon. It's not even going to come in the intermediate term. We're going to have to wait till a good chunk of the week passes before we start feeling a lot more comfortable. I'll show you that in a minute. What's going to bring the comfort? This little ripple right there in the upper airstream. All the while, a trough of low pressure keeping you cool and unsettled across the west. But a heat wave, or at least a spell of very warm temperatures, hot temperatures coming to the south, with a big ridge building once again generally across the east and the south. But it's this ripple by Thursday that's going to bring you in the Northeast some cooler temperatures. We're talking about going from the 90s to the 70s. That'll be nice. Let's check out day to day, beginning with your back to work Monday for many of you. Wait, tomorrow's Memorial Day. At least we'll show you back to work Tuesday, but Memorial Day for those of you maybe coming back home from a visit, some severe weather potential across Kansas and Oklahoma City. So we've still got that juice coming up from the Gulf of Mexico and a pretty slow-moving front, Pacific front. And because of the high is why it's slow-moving, but it's going to have time to gather steam as we go throughout the day on your Memorial Day with some storms in the southern plains. And also you in Chicago, it's not out of the question. You could see some strong storms, definitely some wet weather. But notice this is moving fairly slowly. In the Northeast, you're still looking dry along the megalopolis from Boston, New York, all the way down to Washington, D.C. It's still going to be pretty warm Tuesday. Perhaps not quite as warm Tuesday as it has been, say, today and going into your Monday, but we've got some juice building in the air, meaning that the humidity levels are going to be rising as the next day or two comes your way. Otherwise, showers and storms across the nation's heartland, and there's the work of a trough across the west, and that wet weather will expand all the way southward into the southwestern part of the country, including you vacationers in Las Vegas. Looks like you'll have to deal with at least some umbrella weather as we go throughout the day Wednesday, and getting into the Grand Canyon area for those of you, again, taking some early vacation. As we check out Thursday, here comes some wet weather. This is one reason why it's going to be cooling down considerably. A lot of clouds, wet weather, so temperatures only in the 70s around Philadelphia and New York Thursday compared to those upper 80s and low 90s. So wet weather, if you've got a business trip planned in Philadelphia or New York Thursday, just plan to take that umbrella along. Otherwise, that big trough across the plains brings some wet weather, and that will continue as we go into Friday, with a drying out period for you in New York City as we go into Friday. At least that's a good way to end your week. Otherwise, the 90s keep on rolling across the Mid-Atlantic region in Philadelphia, getting around the southern shoreline, the southern beaches of New Jersey. Again, tomorrow afternoon you'll be helped out along the beaches by a sea breeze that should kick in, so you'll be a little bit cooler along the immediate coast than just interiorly off the coast. But some 50s and 60s, even some 40s, some pockets of 40s around Yellowstone National Park behind a Pacific Front for Memorial Day's highs tomorrow. Some 90s just north of Memphis, perhaps getting into the northern suburbs. Otherwise, watch these 90s grow across Texas. It's going to get hot as a big ridge builds in, and we're going to see sinking air. But a few 90s sprinkled about the Carolinas, getting into southern Georgia. And there's a look at the 90s shooting northward, approaching the mid-Mississippi River Valley as we go into Thursday, and Friday reaching all the way up to about Des Moines. So we're talking about some heat as we go into the end of the week. Swimming pools, perhaps a lot of splashing going on in St. Louis, Little Rock, Dallas, Shreveport, New Orleans, back into Atlanta. It looks like you're going to get into the summertime temperatures. Overnight tonight, some 70s along the Gulf Coast, and there's a look at the air behind that front, so some 30s and 40s across the northwest, and getting into those canyons and the mountains, and that will continue into Tuesday morning. 60s in Chicago and St. Louis, so the general trend will be warmth and heat as we go into the next few days. Even for morning lows, it's going to be on the sticky and warm side. Look at the 70s shooting northward as we go into Thursday morning. So definitely can tell the seasons are changing from spring and looking ahead to summer as far as temperatures are concerned. This weekend outlook is brought to you by Sea-Doo. We want to focus on a few events, at least a few cities as far as your beach going is concerned for your Memorial Day. Cape Cod, Massachusetts, sunny, breezy, a high near 80. Jones Beach, New York, sunny, breezy, mid-80s, and still the warmth continues in Atlantic City, New Jersey. So enjoy the beach with sunshine. Temperatures in the low to mid-80s. Not too hot, but just warm enough to enjoy walking along the beach. Panama City, Florida, mostly cloudy with some scattered thunderstorms, low in the mid-80s. Padre Island, Texas, partly cloudy, upper 80s. Venice Beach, California, mostly cloudy with temperatures in the upper 60s. Let's check out the average lows Saturday and Sunday, 50s and 60s across the much of the country in the midsection, and there's a look at the average highs. So we're going to be way above average as we go into next weekend. Saturday's weather in the west, and there's a look at Sunday.
The unofficial start of the summer brings beach weather to the East Coast, while thunderstorms are possible in the south and plains. Get your Memorial Day forecast ahead on Weather Center.
This program was sponsored by the best-selling boat in the world, Sea-Doo.
Everybody's doing it. Catch the wave. It's gonna take you away. Sea-Doo. 'Cause doing it is hot. With everything you've got. Doing it, Sea-Doo. On the water, in the sun. Everybody's doing it good, clean fun. Everybody's doing it, Sea-Doo.
To look at the best-selling boats in the world, visit your Sea-Doo dealer.
It's time I traveled lighter and threw away my maps and made up for the seriousness of my youth with a little madness.
I wanted an English garden in the living room. I wanted the kids to walk on eggshells in the dining room. But in the family room, sky's the limit. And I got it all at Sears.
For carpeting and flooring, Sears has just what you're looking for. Great selection, great service, and right now, a special sale. Sears has DuPont Stainmaster, Anso Crush Resistor, wear dated, and more. Durable, stain resistant, with installation warranted for as long as you own your home. And you know Sears will be there to back it up. We guarantee it. Plus, we offer flexible credit plans too. Just ask our consultants. They'll help you get just what you want for every room in your home. This isn't just carpeting, it's carpeting from Sears. Call now for your nearest Sears store, where you'll find all carpeting on sale Thursday, May 27th through Monday, May 31st.
And for the breakfast room, I wanted a strong, hearty oatmeal. And I got it.
Adrenaline rushing. Hearts pounding. Heavy breathing. It's almost as much fun as your first date. Royal Caribbean, like no vacation on earth.
Royal Caribbean International, like no vacation on earth.
Now, your local forecast on the Weather Channel.
The maps are dotted with showers and thunderstorms on this Memorial Day weekend. Some of the storms are severe. Good evening and welcome to Weather Center, sponsored by MCI WorldCom. I'm Christina Abernathy.
And I'm Bob Stokes. If you're planning a cookout for tomorrow, you'll want to stick around for that forecast coming up in just a few minutes. But first, let's talk about those summertime temperatures in the Northeast. Thousands gathered along the banks of the Hudson River in New York City today for Fleet Week activities. It was a beautiful day for the festivities with clear skies and temperatures in the upper 80s. For Memorial Day, the Big Apple will once again have sunshine and above average temperatures. But it was fun. At least no rainfall, a bit on the warm side. Yes, it was warm indeed. 88 for a high in New York City today. 75 in Boston. You benefited from a bit of a sea breeze, so in the afternoon, that's why it wasn't quite as warm in Boston as New York. But look at you in Washington, 92 for a high, and even warm in the Midwest. Notice this blue and the gray. That means some cooler temperatures. That's the work of a Pacific front today, and that's continuing to advance eastward. So some of that cool air has already invaded parts of the upper Mississippi River Valley. Highs Sunday, well, they were some 12 degrees on today, 12 degrees above average in New York City specifically. So that gives you an idea how far you were from what you would normally expect this time of the year. On the other hand, you were about 25 degrees below average in the southern part of Montana. In fact, cloud cover helped to keep you cool in addition just to a cool air mass coming out of the Pacific behind that front. All right, let's check out the interior sections of the Northeast. 86 in Elmira, 86 in Albany. So not only was it warm along the coast, but also the sinking air around a high that's centered really over the mid-Atlantic region. That's why it was so hot in Washington, 92. That sinking air compresses the air and causes it to warm up. Talk about compressed air. Let's check out Caribou for that high. This was actually a record in Caribou, Maine for this May the 30th. So an early taste of summer in northern New England. So there's the high. We've got a southerly flow around it as well as that compressed sinking air. So it looks like another warm one ahead tomorrow.